Hi there. Today we'll be talking about vCPM, or cost per thousand viewable impressions. Online advertising has experienced a significant change in recent years. Even just 5 years ago, publishers could earn revenue simply by placing ads on their site. It didn't matter whether visitors actually saw ads publishers placed on their SER. Up to 56% of ads displayed were never actually viewed by visitors. However, advertisers are increasingly only interested in bidding on viewable impressions. As a publisher, you need to understand a metric called vCPM, or cost per 1,000 viewable impressions. Let's take a closer look at what viewable CPM is and its role in driving revenue for your sites. vCPM stands for cost per 1,000 viewable impressions, or viewable CPM. It's a metric used to determine how many people actually see ads on a web page, instead of simply how many people see the website. What constitutes a view? According to guidelines by the Media Rating Council and the Interactive Advertising Bureau, or IAB, a view is determined by the following factors. More than 50% of the ad is visible to users, and the amount of time the ad displays for those same users is longer than 1 second. Video ads have an entirely different requirement to meet. Users must see more than 50% of the video and for longer than 2 seconds. For large format ads, starting at 242,500 pixels, users must see at least 30% of the ad and for longer than 1 second. If those standards aren't met, then the ad isn't considered viewed. Let's create an ad campaign using a vCPM plan. Say we have the following variables. Ad viewability of 68%, which is the average for ads placed above the fold. Ad campaign budget of $100,000. CPM of $1.25 per click. Total impressions of 25 million. Viewable impressions, $12.5 million. And the maximum vCPM bid we want to target, $5. For vCPM, there are several formulas. To keep things simple, we will use this one. Calculate the total ad impressions times the percentage of ad viewability divided by 1,000. Then divide your budget with that total. This will give you your vCPM. You may recall reading earlier that you need the percentage of the visual field. To qualify, 50% or more of the ad must be visible and for more than 1 second. If we take the variable as outlined above and plug into the formula, it should appear as below. The result tells us that each viewable CPM is $5.88 since 68% of the ad is within the visual field for longer than 1 second. What does a high vCPM mean? The exercise completed above indicates this investment is slightly over budget for each viewable impression since the average cost per vCPM is $5. Therefore, resulting in fewer viewable ad impressions. The goal is to drive the price down, increase the number of visual impressions, and realize a greater return in the end for the dollars invested. How to improve vCPM? There are multiple formulas for getting the same result. The most effective way to improve a company's return is to test numerous variables side by side, conduct a thorough analysis, and complete all due diligence necessary before engaging network advertisers about pricing and planning. The goal is to find the best solution for a company's strategic advertising plan and budget. It's essential to evaluate and measure the goals and outcomes relative to the investment cost using the right performance metric. What's most important to remember when calculating the return on investment for vCPM is the cost variable you are trying to measure. To make an informed decision using vCPM, analyze running the ads using all the variables needed for a successful campaign. Of course, there's always more than one way to measure advertising performance for a positive investment return. Identifying the key performance indicators, or KPIs, is just one way to strategize an ad campaign. Make sure to gather all critical data to include in the metric for the best outcome. To learn more about vCPM, please visit Publift.com. Thank you.